but the lids weren't on quite well enough. So when they set the buckets down, it's... What the fuck was that?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Scenic Orchestra. This weekend, the Oregon Symphony is presenting Carl Orff's legendary choral work, a celebration of life, love, and renewal. February 25th through the 27th.
So I'm leaving some extra context in at the beginning here. You can see I'm making a left-hand turn onto this street. This is Van Mall Drive, which is a 35-mile-per-hour sort of semi-residential street. There's a lot of apartment complexes and stuff. I get up to about 35 or 36, which you can see from my nifty little speedometer in the corner there. And the person behind me catches up to me and acts very aggressive. I so appreciate you coming up on my ass when I'm clearly going 35. Are you serious? Wow. What a moron. I actually went there a few times. It was good.
Whoa. Wow.
Really? Sometimes I see comments on my videos and others that say passing on the right is not legal. And I just wanted to clarify that that is false in most of the United States. In Oregon and Washington, you can pass on the right on any road that's 2 or more lanes wide. If you drive on highways around here, you'll notice it's often necessary to pass on the right because people hog the left-hand passing lane so frequently, which is not legal. Also not legal, making multiple lane changes at one time. You have to signal and execute each lane change individually.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
Fuck you!
Fast car and a great career as a decorated police sergeant. When it comes to love, she can never seem to get things right. She'll start thinking some other things. That is, until she connects online with a charming, handsome, successful...
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you fucking doing? So as you can see, the silver pickup tried to go straight from the left-hand turn lane and just really lightly clipped my left side mirror with his fender. Also notice the cop behind me who doesn't give a crap about the entire situation. Fortunately, when we pulled over, there was no damage at all to the mirror. It actually folded the direction that it's supposed to fold into the car. The mirror is actually an aftermarket replacement because the original one got broken off a couple of years ago while I was parked on the side of the street in Portland. And Volkswagen wanted like $600 plus paint to replace it, and I just went online and bought a cheapo one for like $100 and then replaced the outer painted housing with the original, which was still in one piece. This guy was really nice. He offered to give me his business card. He owned up to the mistake, and he was super cool about the whole thing. No damages, so it wasn't a big deal, and we went our separate ways. That was still a red light, and you are not a police vehicle or a TriMet vehicle.
Folklore. There's also that diluted sulfuric acid at the scene, which is very strange. This is an acid, by the way, that is very potent. You would not want to get it on your skin. If you're thinking about dissolving a body, again, this is a small diluted bottle. Sulfuric acid will start dissolving your tissue. It's going to take a very, very long time. It's not like some sort of breaking
Really?
bad situation in the bathtub.
Just
Right.
gonna fucking
And then,
put it right there.
Who's touching this phone? Who's locking Ogletree in his room?
The city has the driving lane of this street blocked off right now, as you can see from all the signage. This person ignores that and drives on the train tracks to the next intersection. And in case you're wondering, in Portland, there are situations where you can drive on tracks. Those are streetcar tracks. You will never have a situation where you share a lane with a MAX train. So we recently had a big snowstorm, about 10 inches fell in Portland proper, and I wanted to show some different clips of different conditions. I find that funny. Every time it snows, we see that happen.
It's not like there are no traffic rules in Alaska.
Conditions were actually worse on the highway than they were on side streets. You can see that this is pretty icy here, and we're only going 15 miles an hour or so, and this truck actually doesn't make the right turn, which
Whoa! Alright, bye. Talk to you later.
That was exciting.
That truck didn't make the turn.
Holy crap. This stretch of road was probably the worst conditions I saw during this storm. You can see me do a brake check from 20, and my ABS is going crazy, but it takes me a long time to stop. Jesus. But knowing how icy it was, I was able to continue on and not have an accident. You can only just see it right at the beginning of the clip there, but there is a car stopped facing me on a one-way street going the wrong direction, blocking the entire road. And then while I'm waiting for this oncoming car, an RV pulls out behind me, and this situation just turns into a gigantic clusterfuck. And also, the whole left side of the street is for parking. Just back up out of the way, lady. Oh my god, that RV was so close to her. Jesus Christ. Thanks for watching, everybody. You have officially reached the bonus clips and the end of any crazy or bad driving videos, except possibly for one at the very, very end. This road was a pretty good test of my new off-road light, and this road kind of turned out to be a little bit of a horror movie. It was really freaky to drive at night. Also, if it's not obvious from all the times I've beat the hell out of this poor truck, I'm not super concerned about the paint job, but these trees were really, really gnarly, scratching up and down the side of the doors. The next morning, the horror movie turned into a Disney film, and it turned out to be absolutely beautiful and sunny and, as always, green, because Oregon is super green. And this was an awesome little camping site. I believe this was the Santiam State Forest. So if you've made it this far, you get the bonus bad driver video, and I'm one of the bad drivers. The reason I didn't post this clip originally, it's back from 2018, was because I didn't like the way I drove in this clip. I thought my defensive driving was really poor. You'll see this taxi tries to bully me out of my lane, and I didn't want to back down, and we get into a really light fender bender. No damage, but I think it's an example of sometimes it's better just to let the idiot win. We pulled over up ahead. He had a really, really light scuff on the left rear of his bumper, but his whole cab was covered in dents and dings. I was in my $500 1998 Honda Accord beater, and there was no real damage to my car, so I wasn't worried about it. I tried to explain what had happened and how he failed the dual turn, and he didn't grasp the concept at all, even after a few minutes of talking/arguing. Because there was no real damage, we ended up going our separate ways without worrying about insurance. I was kind of frustrated about the whole situation, somewhat at myself because I didn't avoid the accident when it was pretty avoidable. But anyway, thank you for watching.